It's a bad thing if a student is sitting alone at lunch, right? If you work with people in any context, then this video is for you. Because today I'm exploring the idea of autonomy, which is a core component of self-determination theory. I believe that autonomy is one of the hidden keys to motivation and long-term success, and I want to share what educators like you can do about it by telling you a story about a moment that, as a third grade teacher, sent me on a roller coaster of thoughts and nerves. So, grab your coffee, sit back, and let's jump into my story. I'm walking back from the bathroom along the school corridor when my principal stops me. Hey Christina, do you know why your student name was sitting alone at lunch today? Everything okay? Concern is all over her face. Is he being bullied? Left out? Did something happen among his friend group? I smile. Wrong move. Now she looks like she's preparing to handle a serious issue. Oh, he's writing a book. She blinks. I can see the wheels turning as she wonders if I really gave him an assignment to complete during lunch, which I didn't. So I hurry to explain, even as nerves fill my voice. It's totally his idea. He was inspired by a book that he found in the classroom about countries, history, the world, and I think he was inspired to make his own version. It's this whole thing. He's been making fictional maps and flags and writing this dialogue between the countries to describe their conflicts. It's really cool. My principal softens. Her stance changes from aggressive to relieved. I think he's totally immersed. I guess he just didn't want to stop writing, so he took his notebook to lunch. I'll check that he actually ate too. And I get it, because I'm also that type of learner. To this day, I have an alarm set that reminds me that I need to pause my work and go eat lunch, because I get obsessed, in a state of flow. When I was an elementary school student, I would stay at the library until closing time, when they were flickering the lights to tell me it was time to go. And I also loved history, just like this student, and learning about countries that were far away from my small hometown in upstate New York. I had a set of country cards that showed statistics and famous landmarks that I looked at nearly every day, and one of which I can see outside my window right now. But I also remember not following the crowd. I didn't read Harry Potter when it first came out, and I didn't trade Pokemon cards like everyone else. I was just happily doing my own thing, following my own interests. So when I saw this student making something new from what he'd learned in class, I didn't question it. I recognized it. My student wasn't just engaged in learning, he was exercising his autonomy. He was comfortable choosing his own path as a learner, fueled by his curiosity and internal motivation. I shuffle my feet, eager to end this quick chat. To my surprise, my principal is thanking me for clarifying and suggesting that I tell the student to come by her office so she can see his work and keep encouraging him. We part ways, and my heart rate starts to return to normal. No matter how long I've been teaching, a chat with the principal always sets off my nerves, and I wonder if I've done something wrong. But I know that students who exercise their autonomy are leading the way forward. Names behavior is just today's example. This is what we mean when we talk about autonomy in education. Providing opportunities for learners to exercise their autonomy doesn't need to be a big thing. In fact, it shouldn't be. You don't need to have a perfectly planned project with rubrics and materials and teacher-led creativity. Instead, focus on developing moments like this, when a student is so lit up by an idea that they pursue it without being told. That's practicing autonomy, one of the 3 basic psychological needs described in self-determination theory. So it's kind of important. And just to drive my point home, when people complain, schools don't teach entrepreneurship skills. Well, maybe schools don't, but teachers can. Entrepreneurs are biased to action. They try something without needing permission. They follow their instincts instead of the crowd. They exercise their agency, their autonomy. And as educators, we shouldn't be waiting until learners are in high school or doing a Shark Tank pitch to give them the opportunity to explore ideas that are intriguing to them for them. On this channel, I explore what's working in education so that we can collectively move education forward into the future. One thing that you can do today is to notice and nurture those sparks of initiative in your learners. building their sense of autonomy. Create opportunities for them to explore an interest, a question, or creative project for themselves. If we do that, we'll all be one step closer to the future that we envision. So I'm curious, when have your learners shown this kind of initiative? Have they taken their ideas into their own hands without asking for permission? Also, what could change in our schools if we allowed more space and opportunity for autonomy, especially in our structured learning schedules? Share your ideas and your stories in the comments below, please. I really look forward to reading those every week because it's the stories that shape who we are as humans, as educators, and if you're here, as ed explorers who are bringing into education what's already working. Thank you so much for staying to the very end of the video. I appreciate it. And I suggest watching this video next. Or maybe this one. 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 Okay, bye.